So this is my C1 connector. This green wire was originally to a relay that went into the MAF, but since I don't have that, it's going to this switch, which is positive and ground, which is going to this junction. And then this is my tack wire directly to the igniter, tapped into it. And then there's the OBD port here, which is the tack signal. And the tack signal goes all the way to this tack adapter here, 8920. And then it comes out, puts into the cluster, which you can see here. This goes down and straight in. And then I have the SIL and the TC going straight from the ECU into the OBD port. And then I have, what else do I got? That's pretty much it. I've got my power junction. So this is B plus, this one right here, but it didn't have anything going to it on the other side, so I inserted my own, depinned my own harness, and it goes straight to this junction, which is B plus power. And then this is going to the tack to power the tack. It's going to the OBD port, power the OBD port. So yeah, it's just 3 crimped guys with a bolt through it, and then nut and bolt, and there you go. And then I have the junction here. Obviously all the grounds, the ground to the OBD and the ground to the MSD adapter and the ground to the fuel switch. That's pretty much it. Nothing else. Pretty simple. Not very many wires either. Just only a few. And then I come out of the car here. You can see what I'm working with. I got tack here, and then that's going directly through here, running up a little through the harness, and then it goes straight to here, which is the tack wire. And then this one here is unused. I have an extra just in case. And this here's the ECTS wire, and then they have this going, that goes down to the body to power the body of the car. And this one here is just a fuse, just a 15 amp fuse for the ECS, or whatever that is. And then got my connectors for my ECU. And that's it. It's pretty simple. All these are my ECU here for the body harness, just this 3. And then, or no, these are the engine harness right here. Obviously you can tell that goes to the engine. And these go to, you guessed it, the body. Oh no, the engine. Yeah, no, the body. I'm right, the body. So these go to the body. These go to the engine. There's my immobilizer. There's where I get all my ECU powers. And there's the starter, and the pink one is the TC for the OBD. And that's it. And then the body, power the injectors and the coils and the igniter right here. Just 2 of those. And then down there you can see it. That's another connector that powers the circuit over relay. This is like main relay feed. And then this right here, back here, is the, essentially it's just a power for the starter trigger and the MAF, the O2 sensors, and a couple other things. But there's 3. So this is actually also powering those. So 1, 2, 3, and then I got 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Simple. And here's my ghetto rigged. It's kind of a support for the power steering pump. This connector here originally went to an oil level sensor that was there, but it had a block off plate when I got it, so I'm not using that. This here is AC, not using that. And this here is a power steering sensor, which mine doesn't have because it's off of some other JZ. There's my fuel pump there. This is just a feed here going up here into there, and then it returns at the bottom, goes straight back to the gas tank, and then this is feeding to the fuel rail. This goes straight up on the side of the engine. These are all of these connectors here I could have pulled out of the harness, but I figured I'd leave them in there. I had to jump this one for the automatic transmission to basically, now this one here, basically you can see it in there where it's jumped there. I just took 2 of the pins, put them together, and slid right into each other, and then I taped over it so water didn't get in. So this is basically all the automatic transmission stuff that I'm not using. Now, I have this capped off because this is some VSV valve, which I'm not running emissions. I don't have it. It didn't come with any of the emission stuff. I have this fan shroud from an Altima parts car. Seemed to fit just fine. A little bit of modification. The stock Cressida coil rad fit right in. It's got coolant. It holds it. And I have my overflow, which is not connected. The overflow is right here. This fits right in here perfectly, just like that, and slides down, and then the overflow goes out a tube right out this hole in the front. So that's what this one is. This plugs into the actual tank. Our MAF, and then I have the wiring for the alternator, which I just had to take the pigtail off, splice it in with the body harness of the Cressidas. So just basically comes off this loom here, straight up in there, and yeah. So it's pretty simple. This I'm gonna have to get another connector off a different harness and repin that because that's broken. Brand new MAF or TPS sensor, and then not sure where any of this goes. I don't have any of the diagrams for this. This is pretty much the climate control situation, which is not connected right now. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not much else to it. It's my accelerator pedal right there, the sensor for it. I'm gonna have to figure out a different throttle cable situation because this is not the best. It's sandwiched onto a aftermarket intake support, which it fits. I mean, right in. Like, I didn't even have to touch or bend it or anything. It just bolts right in there. This goes right here. It still has a little bit of slack, enough slack. You can see, and that's that. And it's pretty solid. Yep. That's all there really is to it. This was like up here, which I kind of just bent it down and tucked it there. And then engine ground, chassis ground, battery positive. That's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. And then you go into the driver's side of the car, and it's got the wheel, everything. The immobilizer is actually fits right onto the key fob. I don't have to use the old one at all. I just slide that right on there, and the chip just sits right there. I could probably put the cover over it and everything. And then it's powered from the ACC right here, just right there, and then got the connectors down there and the amplifier. That's pretty much it. Yeah, just can't wait to get it running.